Filipino version in the description.
好きぞ
Fanny is the youngest child of the Wirtz family, and she is Tigreal's younger sister. If you're wondering why their last names are different, I'm also wondering, because that's exactly the information incorporated in the game. Anyway, let's move on. The men in the Wirtz family served as soldiers and defenders of the Moniyan Empire. Meanwhile, female family members are not allowed to join the army. This is because the men in the family believed it was their responsibility to protect their nation and family from enemy threats, and that women should not be involved in war. So since Fanny was a child, she was forced to learn about painting and creative art design, so that one day she will be the one to run the family business. But for Fanny, this is all irrelevant. This is not the dream she wants to achieve in her life. Ever since she was a child, she idolized and worshipped her older brother, Tigreal, and her only wish was to one day join the Imperial Army just like Tigreal, to fight for and defend the Moniyan Empire. As Fanny got older, so did her rebellious side. She was already fed up with the old-fashioned lessons of her teachers, so she would often escape and run away from them. The only thing that catches her interest is the art of dancing while using weapons. And here is where Fanny showcased her talents and natural skills. Tigreal loves his sister dearly, and so does Fanny love her older brother. Every time Tigreal came home for repairs and maintenance, Fanny was overjoyed because Tigreal always has new stories about his adventures. He also teaches Fanny different fighting styles, and because of this, Fanny was even more excited about joining the Imperial Army. But this is strictly forbidden by Tigreal because he did not want to endanger his beloved sister. So that his sister Fanny would not be completely disappointed, Tigreal promised to take her to the base of the Imperial Knights on her 18th birthday. Fanny eagerly awaits Tigreal's return and his promise to bring her to the Imperial Knights camp. However, bad news from the battlefield has struck Fanny and her family. Although the war against the demons was won by the Empire, Tigreal's battalion, the 2nd Regiment, suffered many casualties, and the battalion's commander, Tigreal, ran away from the Moniyan Empire. While the Empire was celebrating this victory, Fanny's family was criticized by the people. The words traitor, coward, and deserter were associated with Tigreal's name. Their family was famous and known for their bravery in battle, but now this reputation has been destroyed. Fanny's mind was troubled by these allegations. More and more people are gossiping and speculating about what happened, but despite all this, she remained steadfast in her faith in her big brother. Fanny realizes that while Tigreal is away, it's up to her to re-establish her family's reputation. Fanny ignored her family's strong opposition to her joining the Imperial Army because this is the only way to revitalize their family name and to protect Tigreal's honor. However, when Fanny went to camp to join the Imperial Army, she was met with laughter and ridicule by the soldiers. They could not quite imagine how a rich, pampered young girl who hasn't had any hardships in life could ever hope to pass. Admittedly, at first, Fanny had a hard time in the military, and the soldiers mocked her even more. But the determined Fanny isn't just going to give up. She cut her beloved long hair, and from then on, she doubled her training effort until finally she was able to pass and was assigned to the scout unit of the garrison division. A few years later, Fanny became a full-fledged soldier. As an Imperial Scout, her job was to travel and gather information in the high mountains and other hard-to-reach lands. To compensate for the physical limitations of her body, she used what she had learned before, such as creative design, and built 2 swords with cables that came out every time she pulled the trigger. And this gives her exceptional speed and the ability to travel far without much difficulty. At the same time, she also used what she learned when dancing with weapons and the fighting styles taught by her older brother, Tigreal. Fanny then became a formidable fighter. She seemed to be flying in the middle of ravines, cliffs, and other dangerous terrains, and she easily completes every mission given to her. The soldiers who mocked her before were speechless. Their laughter and ridicule were replaced by respect and admiration. Because of Fanny's beautiful and graceful movements in the air, she was nicknamed Blade Dancer. Soon after, Fanny completed the qualifications to become a member of the Imperial Knights. Her family was so proud as she has restored the family's tarnished reputation. Upon Tigreal's return to the Moniyan Empire from the Northern Vale, he was surprised by Fanny's achievements. As her older brother, Tigreal was overjoyed and very proud of his sister. From then on, the two brave warriors will fight side by side for the light. The woman who flies through the mountains and forests is now well known and popular throughout the Moniyan Empire. The beautiful and graceful blade dancer, Fanny. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more of this content. Don't forget to hit the bell icon as well. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. My name is Kizzo, the Lord of Lores.